With the rising popularity of virtual worlds, questions have been raised in both private conversations and public forums concerning the distinction between the two types of worlds.
Is the distinction
between real and virtual worlds a real distinction, or is it one that breaks down under close scrutiny? In this short clip that we've composed, we specifically question the distinction between real and virtual morality and bring up the distinction between real and virtual economy. On the topic of morality, a recent event in which a South Korean couple was convicted of abandoning their newborn baby for their virtual baby has horrified many, if not all, who've heard about it. However, upon closer examination of the morality of this situation, this shocking event may not be so shocking after all.
Abandoning a baby? Are they amoralists? Well, to be amoral, you must be egoistic and not care about other people's interests at all. Some people may say that those people who abandon their life babies are amoralists because they're so selfish to not care about their own baby. Yet, those people do care about something. And whatever that something is very valuable to them. Not only to them, but to their sexual partner. And in this case, it's their virtual relationship.
That's another example of the problems between virtual and real-world assets. It really depends on where the emphasis is put on by an individual. In the case of the couple who abandoned care for their biological infant because of their obsession for raising their in-game virtual child in Prius Online, obviously their values and emphasis was centered around the online social life. For the couple, taking care of the virtual child in Prius Online took precedence over raising their real daughter, ultimately leading to the tragic death by malnutrition of the unnamed child at just 3 months old. But before jumping to any judgments about this, it is important to understand two main things. 1. The context of this incident, and 2. How an individual attributes their values. The couple was in a hopeless situation. Both had lost their jobs and they had given birth to a premature baby. Basically, they lost all the will to attempt to carry on a normal life in the real world. They emotionally attached themselves to the online world as a source of escape from reality. And for the couple, their virtual child and the virtual world of Prius Online were given more value and took precedence over the offline world and their little girl. A professor from South Korea's Dongguk University mentioned this to the press. It seems that taking care of their online game child have erased any sense of guilt they may have had for neglecting their own daughter. Which brings us to the point that because their emphasis on life was in the alternate world, their sense of morals and priority became based upon the virtual world itself. They would consider their virtual world as their everyday life, and naturally, things related to what they consider as their real life would be more important to them. This, of course, is an extreme example of a change in value system of an individual. Internet and gaming addiction does create confusion by blurring the lines between reality and the virtual world in terms of priority as the main arena where an individual carries out his or her own life. The director of a government-funded counseling center in South Korea, focused on internet addiction issues, said that it's ironic that something that was invented to make our lives better has come to make it worse in some cases. Well, it is not exactly that their lives have become worse. It is simply that for those individuals, their values change to collide with ours because they move their main lives from ours into the virtual world. So, can we morally judge the people who let their baby starve to death? Technically, in their point of view, their life and priority is in the world of Prius Online. So their baby was a virtual child that they had, and the parenting for that version of their child could not be criticized. To put it bluntly, in an example, letting their biological baby starve can be analogous to one of us neglecting our virtual baby. What we can definitely say is that this type of addiction and problems arising from between real and virtual assets are serious issues in our society today.
If they choose to abandon a real baby to take care of a virtual baby, then that must mean that whatever this virtual baby is very important and means a lot.
The following quote emphasizes the importance of morals within virtual worlds.
I
know that these babies are digital and made of prims. They are not human, but are a reflection of our humanity. If we cannot treat them with respect, we cannot treat real humans with respect. Do you see?
So why would people actually take care of virtual babies? Why would they choose virtual babies over real babies? Well, on an economic approach, taking care of a virtual baby might actually have greater benefits. You see, if the utility gained from both real babies and virtual babies are equal, the cost of taking care of virtual babies are actually much less. Therefore, virtual babies are much better in utility and much beneficial.
Some women cannot be pregnated.